Hello and welcome to a game of Dota 2, day number 21 for StarLadder Star Series. Fogged will not be joining me for this game as he is was not able to get himself in the game as he was still on the phone. So maybe for next game we'll see if he wants. So this is the 5th game of the day. No? Yes? Yes. Yes? I think so. Difficult. I think this is the 5th game of the day. That kind of means it is well, we only have one more game after this, let's just say it that way. Just to give you a short idea about what is on stake for these two teams. 3D Clan taking on 3D Max. 3D Max has not been doing so great. They have lost 6 games. They need to win more games, otherwise they'll be dropped to the Pro Series, and that's not where you want to be, because you want to be in the Star Series where they are right now. For 3D Clan, they have lost 5 matches, won 4, so they already got 12 points, which is apparently 9 more already than 3D Max has. Am I saying that properly? Yes, I am. Cool. They're not going to be going to Kiev anymore, but they also are probably not going to get dropped out. We'll see how they're going to do against 3D Max. So it's more important, this game is more important for 3D Max than it is for 3D Clan. And we'll see how it goes, basically. Bad Rider picked up because he this time didn't get banned. I think this is the first time that we see him today. We have a Wisp and a Magnus banned out together with a Nyx and a Coddle. Darkseer and a Shadow Demon picked up by 3D Max. By the way, of course, there are 2 new players up on 3D Clan, Seedoy and StarLadder. So we'll see those 2 in the lineup for 3D Clan. So this is their new lineup. We already saw them playing yesterday, and we're gonna see them again today, as it is gonna be 3D Clan is going to be picking up their next heroes. If they want to pick up something, please do. So we still have a lot of good solo mids in the pool. We still have a lot of good supports in the pool. I'm actually there are so many options right now. Still thinking about the standard ones like Bad Rider, Bane, and Rubik and something else, and you know, those kind of heroes. Did I say Gyrocops already? I think I did. Lifestealer, that's the one I was thinking about. Lifestealer, Bad Rider, and that's already, of course, going to be a Nyx bomb, perhaps. We'll see if 3D Clan is going to be having that one. But they're taking their time, taking into their bonus time. Of course, whatever they're picking up right now is going to be something that is going to be able to not be picked up by 3D Max. But it looks like they're giving away the Gyrocopter if 3D Max wants it. 3D Max, though, actually, they are not playing with. No, they have got 2 stand-ins playing for themselves. So it's not going to be Hesidio Rotten, which was what I was thinking about for Queen of Pain, as I do love to pick that one up, but maybe without their normal solo mid they won't be picking it up. They'll instead be picking something else. We still see Rubik and a Lifestealer, of course, on 3D Clan, 2 heroes that I did mention because they're just so solid. And we're going to see what 3D Max has in answer to that one. I mean, they already have a Shadow Demon, so they can set up a lot of things. Will they pick up a hero that they can set up things with? For example, a hero that doesn't get picked up that often, but a Kunkka. Or, you know, the same kind of heroes would be a Lina or a Shrek. But do they really want to pick up a support right now? I don't think so. I think they want to pick up a bit of a carriers hero that they are afraid that 3D Clan is going to be banning out otherwise. And they are kind of discussing which one it will be. We still have, of course, a Phantom Lancer as well as the Gyrocopter, as I just mentioned. But they actually pick up the Enchantress. So that is going to be them revealing that they will have a dual lane only. So it's going to be not too hard for 3D Clan to ban out some of their carries that fit well together with the Shadow Demon, like a Chaos Knight or something like that. Or, you know, there's a lot of options actually. There's just a lot of carries that 3D Clan can ban out. It's the Gyrocopter first, maybe the Phantom Lancer afterwards, but we'll see if they're going to be going for that. 3D Max, as far as their ban's concerned, they are probably wanting to be banning out some solo lanes as well for 3D Clan. We know that Bad Rider can go on the off lane as well as on the mid. So maybe picking off some heroes that can also do the same thing, as also perhaps Rubik Lifestealer makes for a pretty good setup for a possible tri lane. Maybe banning out a Lina or a Shrek would be helping them out a bit, because basically if 3D Clan picks it up, I mean it's a good one together with the Rubik and the Lifestealer regardless. But it's also a good one with the Shadow Demon on the opposing team. If Shadow Demon tries to save someone's life, of course the disruption can be there, and can try to and can then set up for a stun from the opposing team. So that's why we see Alina being banned out. Maybe even Lashraxo after that as well for 3D Max, but we'll find out. We still have the Bane in the pool as well, of course, a support that we see picked up fairly often. I don't think 3D Max is going to pick that one up anymore, because of course there's going to be a a dual lane, and the Shadow Demon is already picked up, so that's not going to be happening anymore. I think that 3D Clan is going to be quite happy with that, as the Bane is considered quite a counter towards that Lifestealer. But we'll see about that. And apparently, I just have to point out,
10 seconds remaining.
The stand-in for 3D. I won versus him in a pub
5
yesterday.
seconds remaining.
True story. I actually killed him with the first blood. I remember now. I was a Shadow Shaman. And I was on a lane with a Drow Ranger. And we first blooded him. And I got the last hit. Boom! Just saying. Sorry. I just, you know, those kind of victories, I have to just call them out. Just saying. Anyways. We're gonna have the Lina being banned out by 3D Clan. Some more carries. Also one that goes very well together with the Shadow Demon, of course. The Lucent Beam having tons of burst damage already. And then also combining that with the Soul Catcher. 3D Clan say, no thank you. 3D Max though. Are they gonna ban out the Leshrac, or are they gonna ban out other heroes? It is gonna be the global presence with a Lifestealer, or yeah, Lifestealer infested in that Nature's Prophet that they don't want to be facing. Banning out that one. But we still, of course, have the Storm Spirit that we've seen lately a lot of as well, the Storm Spirit Lifestealer there, but we'll see if that's going to be the ban out Lex. There's still Leshrac in. I mean, Leshrac is still very nice together with the Lifestealer and Rubik, so still pretty sure that maybe we're going to see it that way. And apparently Johnny Utah Undefeated has the Joe, so we might still see a Queen of Pain for 3D Max, as they are still missing their mid lane. Of course, Puck is still in the lineup as well, and we have seen Hester Joe playing a lot of Pucks lately, so we'll see which one of the twos they're going to be picking up, and one of the two might even get picked up by 3D Clan, because they have got the first pick. And they're gonna be using their time wisely. Beastmaster was the last ban out for 3D Clan. A hero that also, of course, is great against the Lifestealer, just roaring and stopping him in his tracks. I have to just point out also that Shadow Demon is pretty decent against the Bat Rider. Disruption on the target that's gonna get dragged out is pretty nice. But then again, if there's gonna be a Leshrac on 3D Clan, well, that's gonna be the stun afterwards hitting there anyways. And of course, Dread, I believe Dread is quite known for also playing a Leshrac. So we'll see. We shall see. This is bonus time being ticked down for 3D Max. Is it gonna be a Leshrac? Or is it gonna be something else? Storm? There's a lot of heroes still that you might not want to see with 3D Clan there. It's gonna be a Bounty Hunter actually. An offlaner, and of course also someone that if an infested Lifestealer is there, I mean that's gonna be a dead hero that they find, especially if it's gonna be the Enchantress.
Tide Hunter.
Whoa, I was not expecting that one. But I love it. It's a Tide. Now we see the Tide Hunter earlier today as well. I don't think it worked out that well, but I kind of forgot about that. No, it didn't work out. I would have remembered if a Tide Hunter won a game, because Tide Hunter is coming back. Tide Hunter is on the rise with the tides. Oh my god. And that's gonna be 3D Max thinking about how they're gonna counter this. Like, even if they were planning on picking up a Phantom Lance or something like that, they now have to deal with the knowledge that they're gonna be dealing with a Ravage, and that's of course something,
5 seconds
you know, you're gonna be forced to team fight, so you need to have your own kind of team fight. What are you gonna pick up in return? You can't pick up an Enigma anymore because you already got the Enchantress. You can still pick up the Queen of Pain. Sonic Wave is definitely not a bad thing to have not right now. But as a carry, well, Faceless Void actually has got some team fight with him as well. But Faceless Void doesn't really make brilliant combinations with the Shadow Demon.
10
and you break up the Shadow Demon because combinations are nice.
Windrunner at your service.
Dire team pick.
Windrunner. Well, that's gonna be their mid lane then, I guess. No Hester Joe Puck or Queen of Pain. Just Hester Joe Windrunner. Next best thing, perhaps? Who knows? Gonna see 3D Clan picking up the last hero. They still have a minute left in their bonus time, so there's no rush for them at all, but they still pick up the Storm Spirit. I mentioned him earlier already because Storm Spirit Lifestealer, we've just seen that quite a bit lately, and we're gonna see it again. So that's it, that one. Last pickup incoming from 3D Max. As I just realized, And I have to change the title. Because Fog does not hear this game. There we go. Yeah, this is the second last match. There's 6 matches for StarLadder today. And we already had, this is the 5th one. This is going a lot faster than I thought. We of course started with a couple pretty short games. Previous game, even though previous game ended up as you know, the game that we saw. So like we saw the course of the game, and it kind of continued the way it was. Like, of course, there was no big comeback or anything like that, unfortunately. But it was still a good game. I'm hoping for a good game for these 3Ds as well. Of course, we have the 3D versus the 3D. Which one of the 3Ds is going to be better? We'll find out. We shall have the battle of the Ds. Triple Ds? I don't know. Let's not go that route. Here we go. Overlay. And that. Gone. So, let's see who is going to be playing what as we're waiting for there. We were not waiting anymore. So here we go. Let's see who is playing what. Dire side has got 3D clan. Okay. Before I continue, I am going to be having, you know, I'm going to be having tongue twisters with 3D clan and 3D max. I try to say 3D clan, but sometimes I might say 3D max, and vice versa. So just so you're aware. So it will be 3D clan on the Dire side. Solo will be playing the Bat Rider, Seedoy on the Tidehunter. It will be in the mid lane, StarLadder on the Storm Spirit, with Dread playing his Rubik. And on the top lane we have the stand-in GOTM Medved on the Lifestealer. So that's going to be the lane there. We're going to be seeing on the top lane 3D Max is going to be having a semi-aggressive trial lane, by the looks of it. It's going to be Hayek who's going to be playing a Shadow Demon, Buller on the Enchantress, Hesta Joe Rotten on his Windrunner, and it will be Crit on the Darkseer, and that will leave one for 3D Max, but we're not following him right now, we're following the bear. Oh, there he is, Noya. That's the bear. Noya is going to be the last one for 3D Max in their lineup, and he is probably going to rotate towards the bottom lane? Where did he spend all his money? Noya? What did you do with your money? Who did you pull?
The battle begins.
Crit? Did he pull Crit? No. He bought a, oh, he bought a courier then, I guess. That's better be it. Barrow's already gonna find solo there, but it's gonna be just fine. Sticky napalms. Gonna definitely help out. Killing off the bear if they really want to. I mean, killing off the bear early on is a very big thing, because it will basically shut Noya down. He can't get anything done without a bear. He can't pull the lane. He can't really last hit. He can't really harass. And he will be up against a dual lane by the looks of it. A Tidehunter together with a Bat Rider. Maybe Bat Rider is going to try to go into the jungle and actually jungle in his opponent's jungle. So basically being a nuisance to the Enchantress, who is there, of course, as well. It looks like he's indeed going to do that. In the mid lane, of course, we have StarLadder up against a Windrunner, so it will be a fairly decent lane up for both. Harassment is going to come out mostly from Hesta Joe up until Storm Spirit is level 6. But we'll see how they're going to be exchanging blows. Of course, Windrunner has a bit of an escape with her Windrunner, yeah. StarLadder doesn't really have an escape until he's level 6. So we'll see how that's going to go. In the meantime, Crit's going to be already having a surge, so he's happy with that. Can push the lane back a bit. Can arrest the Dread a bit with the Iron Shell, as we already see him doing, but he's fairly slow, so we can't really chase him down that much. At least not without using a surge, and he probably doesn't want to use a surge unless he's sure that he can get away again afterwards, which you're not that sure of if you can be telekinesis, etc. As we have got a gank from 3D Max. Got themselves Saptires and Wildlings and Wild Wings, sorry, and they're gonna be roaming around towards the middle, perhaps. So we're gonna go for StarLadder. Solo rotated again, by the way. He went to the jungle, but look at this, by the way. I mean, not that one. I'm gonna be checking out the gank soon again, but look at that. Just wards. For both teams, may I add. StarLadder realizing that there's people missing from the map. This might not be the best time to walk forward, and he of course doesn't want to put the courier in danger because he's got himself a bottle. They're gonna try to find Solo though. There's a disruption. Is there gonna be enough damage to take him down? They still have a slow, and there is the slow. He cannot fly himself away. He will be the first blood. Hayek picking it up. And he couldn't farm the small camp because that's blocked. He couldn't farm the big camp because that's blocked by both of them. Maybe they thought the Enchantress was gonna be in their jungle. That could be it. And they're gonna sit around. Maybe they can try to go on Storm Spirit again as well, but StarLadder is gonna be just fine. I think he's gonna be trying to go for the rune. No. Doesn't find it there. It's on the top lane. It's double damage rune. And there's no wards there for the dire side. StarLadder is blind here. There's no wards for him. He is doing this by himself. As in, yeah, nothing to scout out the runes, and the rune will therefore go to the Windrunner, who has got her bottle as well, and will be getting a full bottle. Rotation goes towards the top lane, as we see that Crit's going to be in some trouble. Being chased down by Solo. Iron Shell is going to be put up. Open was there as well. And we have got 4 stacks for Crit. Can he search himself out of this one? Hello, Hayek! It is going to be a Crit that still goes down, but as does Solo, and I think it's going to be even more. Dread is going to get picked off there. Now Medved on the way out. He is the last survivor on this top lane on the side of 3D. Kalan, and he will be able to back himself out of that. That was a rotation for the double damage Windrunner, who rotates herself back towards the mid lane with the TP right now, so that will be that. Gave StarLadder a bit of free farm, but got herself a kill on the bottom lane as well. Got herself a double kill actually, so that's quite nice for her, and that's gonna be her pulling ahead on the lane. 15 for 4, StarLadder 13 for 3 rather. And there's all of a sudden a semi-aggressive trail lane on the top lane. And Buller just gonna try to find some creeps. Can't find the Centaur though, because this got taken down already by Solo. It was level 2. And maybe they're gonna try to find him again. Solo's gonna fly himself out of there though. TP out from the Rubik, goes towards the bottom lane, seeing if he can do something against Noya, who's still being happily farming. Noya is 19 for 7 up against a Tidehunter who's 10 for 2. But Tidehunter, he's getting levels here, so I don't think he's too sad. And they're gonna go for him. There goes a telekinesis soon. There it is. There is a gush. Is there enough damage though? That's the question. There is a Fate Bolt. One more hit away from dying. 4 HP! Noya lives. In the meantime though, let's see if the mid lane is gonna be as lucky, because Hayek is oh, hello, Solo. Disruption, Soul Catcher, and that should be enough. Oh, Partial actually misses. Vortex up on Hester Joe. It is still gonna be the Crit that goes down on his Bedrider. Sorry, Solo goes down on his Bedrider, and I am sorry for missing that, but holy crap, did he just get a solo kill? Entangles MVP. Tidehunter died right there. Rubik, he died also. That's a double kill for Noya. We just saw him on 4 HP. He was living on 4 HP. I was thinking, whoa, lucky guy. And I think you were thinking too, whoa, lucky guy. And then all of a sudden he turns it around and gets a double kill. Now, if that's not winning a lane, then I don't know what is. And of course, at the same time, 3D Max, they pick up the middle lane as well. So 3D Clan is gonna be a bit more at the back foot. But they still haven't picked up the Storm Spirit, and he can turn the tides around, as well as they haven't killed off the Lifestealer yet, and those two can definitely rule the map as soon as they get their levels and their farm up. So we're still gonna see that. We have got a Ravage up on the Tidehunter right now. And Noya is gonna be just fine though. He's gonna be able to pick up another salve, and will be able to get his HP back up. Picked himself up a hand of Midas as well. And it will be, once again, Crit that's going to be running himself out of this one. Has got himself a Surge, so he knows that he can't get open wounds anymore. Lifestealer is going to be backing off because of that. And we have Windrunner level 6 right now. StarLadder level 5. That's a difference from getting kills and not. As we have got Tidehunter this time picking up the Lone Druid. There he was. That's a Ravage being used. And that's the one that we were actually expecting. In the meantime, Storm Spirit, as soon as he's level 6, I'm kind of curious if he wants to do something. If he wants to go somewhere. He's gonna go somewhere though. He's gonna go for the disruption. Soul Catcher, Hayek, he's not level 6 just yet. He needs one creep. He is gonna go down before he can reach that Invis rune. Gonna deny it at least, but he goes down, and Buller picks up the kill, and he goes down before he's level 6. That is pretty huge. I mean, it's the level 6 for a Storm Spirit is just the thing that you want to be doing. And this tag team, even though it's not the most conventional ones, they have been doing good stuff. They have been having Buller in 5 kills already, Hayek in 4 kills. They have not died yet. As Bedrider goes down to neutral because he can, because he wanted it to, probably did that on purpose. Medved in some trouble, jumps himself into a creep, get himself some more HP. There's still a Soul Catcher around there though, but no disruption because there's no mana for nothing more than a Soul Catcher. So that's gonna be them just cleaning out ancients instead, or neutrals instead. So we have got a rotation from Dread going towards the middle lane. StarLadder now finally level 6, so let's see what he can do with that. We're gonna still follow the top lane though, but Hayek, he just doesn't have the mana, doesn't have a Soul Catcher, and he kind of wants that. And the Rage is just gonna make sure that there's not gonna be a disruption there, for now at least. Solo, level 4, flies himself out. Hayek not on the ball enough. Can't be getting a disruption off. They're gonna go for Medved instead. Gonna get a Net up on him as well. Buller heals himself. Is he gonna be able to stay alive through this though? That's the question. I don't think he can. I don't think he can at all. And he indeed goes down. Hello also. Windrunner Shackle doesn't latch. Medved on the way out. Gonna try to run. Doesn't have any infest this time. StarLadder comes in with the Bull Lightning. Picks up one. Is he gonna be getting two? Hessa Joe windrunning herself away as we still see Medved being taken down there. And Hessa Joe, 3 stacks of sticky napalm. He is done for and he goes down. It is 2 for 1. One can debate on whether that's the best thing for a lifestealer to be having to trade with, but at least he traded. He did went down. It is still a big loss on the side of 3D Clan, but then again, Windrunner went down for the first time as well. And that's not that bad to have accomplished, especially not since this should be the time when we will see 3D Clans line up taking a turn for you know, with Storm Spirit being level 6. Taking a turn for the better in that case. They need to infest, they need to jump around, they need to pick heroes off, and this could be the start of that, so this could be the turnaround for them. But we'll see if they're actually going to be able to do that. 3k gold still in favor of 3D Max with the experience graph, around 500 experience, but that's nothing at all. And consider that's with 4 kills extra on the side of 3D Max, and that just means that the supports from 3D Clan are still getting the experience inside that jungle. And we instantly see that. We see that the Enchanters and the Shadow Demon, the two that have been roaming around, trying to find kills, trying to find the pickups, they are the lowest heroes in the game because they haven't been getting any extra experience on the map apart from the kills that they have gotten, which is really not the same thing as getting the kills on the lane. As this pause gives me the chance to drink some water, so I'm going to be doing that. There we go. Because the TP or the disconnect came out from StarLadder on his Storm Spirit, so we have to wait until he's back. Dread level 6, so can be starting to steal some things. He's probably looking to steal right now something from Hessa Joe. And if we look at the lineup for 3D Max, I mean the things that you can steal from 3D Max are all not that bad. I mean, Disruption is pretty great. Everything that the Darkseer has is pretty great. Windrunner, Shackle, Power Shot, Windrun even is pretty damn great. The only thing really that you don't want to be stealing perhaps is something from the Enchantress, but you still have the heal and it's not that bad actually. So that's a pretty good thing for Dread to have. He can have a lot of big impact spells, especially if he gets a Shackle or something like that. Crit in the meantime going for his mechanism. He's at a good lane top. I mean, he is on the long lane, of course, a lane that you know normally especially win. But he has been in 3 kills already. He's died once, yes, we saw that pick off, but he traded for the good cause. He needs 500 gold for his mechanism, and will be helping his team with that as we're gonna see Solo. Well, he has got his Tranquil Boots. He probably still wants to go for his Blink Dagger, but he has been delayed so much for that. He died 4 times. And that's not good. Especially not when you have that mid-game lineup. You need to have those pickups. You kind of want to have those pickups. Otherwise the Lone Druid at some point is going to overrun you. Still depends a lot on the Lifestealer though. If he gets a good game, then that's fine too. If he gets enough farm. But his farm is not that great. We have the net worth. This is the net worth graph. It is yeah, it is showing that it is going to be 3D Max that's in favor. And there's nothing on the courier either for the Lifestealer. So this is basically all he has. The Iron Shell making last hitting for him quite a nightmare, I would think. And no word from the pause, right? Nope. Just 3D. Good luck, have fun, 3D. Thanks, 3D. Good luck, 3D. Have just some fun with the names. It is it's funny with the names. Oh, all of a sudden we were on the top. I don't know if you get those too, the spikes. Awkward. Sometimes it happens. I guess. But we'll see. We'll see. In the meantime, Lone Druid, of course, is going to be the hero that's just going to farm. I mean, he got a double kill. I mean, yeah, he went down afterwards, but he got a double kill. 2 versus 1. Yeah. And he is pretty damn rich. But he put it in the hand of Midas and he put it in the boots. Boots for all. And 600 gold in his inventory. The courier on that side doesn't have anything. Rotation from the Shadow Demon once more, level 5. Maybe trying to help out his teammate, trying to get some kill maybe up on Dread if he comes too close, the disruption being there, but I'm not sure if he's going to be fast enough. ETA being asked by Violet because of course, you know, you want to be continuing with the game. Because that's what we're here for, of course. No other reason. And we're going to be seeing if they can do that. As in, if they can continue the game. Because that's what we want to see. And there was no enter on the ETA. Zaho did. I'm going to translate that. Basically, it says... he's back. That's what it says. Yeah. Because, okay, he just came back, so that's what it means. And to pause with water? Start the pause with water. Good, good, good. So Dread backs off in the middle lane again. And he did manage to steal Windrun, so that's a nice one to have. A bit of an escape. Maybe not the one that he wanted to have, but it's still, like I said, you can't really steal bad spells from a Windrunner, to be fair. It's pretty decent to have, and Dread's going to be sitting in the mid lane to try and get some experience. In the meantime, looks like the bear is looking for an entangle perhaps on the Tidehunter. Tidehunter has got his Ravage up again though, so we might be seeing him looking for a fight soon again. As it might just be a fight for just a kill again on the bottom lane. But I'm hoping it's going to be for a team fight, because I want to see that. Storm in the meantime back on the mid lane. Let's see if he's going to try to go somewhere with Medved. I mean, Medved is not really farming as great as we wanted him to. Or as he wants to, probably. And he's actually not going to be helped. He's going to be left alone because his bottom lane that they want to go for. The Ravage already hit. Actually, the Ravage did hit. Vortex actually on Noya though, but Noya, he is so going to go down. No Ravage being needed for that one. 3 versus 1. Flame Break helping out. 2 stacks of sticky napalm. And a killing spree now for Solo. So he went 0-4 and then he went 3 kills. Nice job for Solo, as the Ravage is still in the pocket for the Tide. In the meantime, it's going to be the mid lane where 3 heroes also tried to do something, but they couldn't find Dread. Can't get him, and he now's got a level 4 power shot, so the lane won't be pushed in either. Good job for that. Lasso not even needed for that kill either. Just 3 versus 1, just too much. So Lasso's still gonna get used by Solo, maybe on the mid lane. Maybe they can find a fight right there. Tidehunter is on his way as well. He will be a bit delayed, he will be a bit slower, but he will have a Ravage, and they will actually want to wait for him. Killing off Windrunner and Hayek would be quite nice. They're gonna get scouted out by Bullet though. Flamebreaker's already there. Solo is gonna be landing some sticky napalms there. There's the disruption helping out. It's gonna be Tide just waiting for everybody to TP in. Hayek already being picked up by his own power shot, by the power shot. There's the Ravage. Tide though taking a lot of damage and will be going down by the tower. It is already Darkseer that goes down together with Hayek though. Solo, you're gonna be running away. Power shot from the sideline. Joe making it happen, picking up the kill. Salieno now gonna go for Buller, but Buller is gonna be tanky enough to take this, and it's gonna be just fine. Full HP, still 15 stick charges as well. So it ended up being 2 for 2. With Joe, of course, able to stay alive, and just to support Darkseer, yeah, well, support, no, not really support Darkseer. But it was a support Shadow Demon that got picked up together with the Darkseer, and they pick up the long lane of the opposing team with the Bat Rider as well. So it wasn't really that bad for either team, actually. It was an even trade, I'd say. Definitely an even trade, as we're gonna see 200 gold still in favor of 3D Max, and there's gonna be a tower going down fairly soon though. The tier 1 on the bottom lane is looking pretty low. Dread at the same time is gonna be yeah, it's gonna be there with a power shot, of course. I mean that's just such a big spell. We just saw him picking up Hayek. He can push out the quick waves. He can do so much with that spell alone. It's quite insane. It is quite insane indeed. In the meantime, tier 1 tower middle might be picked up instead though, and that's going to be indeed a tower going the way of 3D Max, so they're going to be extending their gold difference here. And the TP comes towards the top lane to defend lane there, as we have Medved still farming. I mean, that fight has to be said, it was 4 on 4. With Medved still farming, and of course Lone Druid as well. It is Lone Druid that's doing better, a lot better than Medved though. And the tower is going to be the second tower to go down on the side of 3D Clan. TP's coming in. Vortex now. Hayek already picked off. It is gonna be a shackle. No, doesn't latch upon the Dread, and he steals the shackle, and he doesn't latch it either. That's a Joe though, gonna try to get himself out, won't be able to do so. Will probably be going down. Windrunner herself away, will be able to get an entangle, helping out. Bear does go down. Nice power shot. That's a shackle that hits, and that's a kill for Buller. Can he find StarLadder as well? Ball lighting away will still happen, and that will mean that that's not gonna be a kill anymore, but it's gonna be a re-summoned Bear. In the meantime, on the top lane, the Bat Rider is able to pick up the Darkseer. The Lasso was there to help out. And at least they get that in return, but that fight in the bottom lane, it didn't really go the way as 3D Clan wanted it to, and they are the ones to back off, with the Lone Druid still being able to sit here on the bottom lane and just farm. And that's exactly what he wants, and nobody is in the meantime in the bottom lane, in the middle lane. They just leave that entirely open. We have got the gold going towards the 4K experience graph. Oh, that's not the experience graph, actually this is the experience graph. It is going towards the 1500 gold. So that's going to be his item to get. And we're gonna see ball lighting in Hayek and infested Medved, and that's gonna be a disruption. Waiting for people to TP, it will still go down, but it will be crit that will be here now as well though. StarLadder taking a lot of damage and will actually be picked off. That's not a worthy trade at all. Medved, he doesn't have a rage anymore. Hesajo, there's gonna be a shackle in 5 seconds, but there's also gonna be a rage at that time again as well, so you should be able to stay alive, especially with the TP incoming from Dread. But a trade made at least, and that is something that was actually a decent trade. Support Shadow Demon being picked off, and it's in turn for a storm. That's definitely worthy, as we have got a level 4 shackle again up on the Rubik. I mean, there's such great spells to steal from Hesajo. That's just, yeah, that's gonna be pretty big for Dread to have. Audio is a bit low. Well, maybe I should sit closer to it. I'm sitting a bit slouched. This is the 4th game of the day, 5th game of the day. So slouching is allowed, I think. But if you can hear me better when I'm not slouched, should be enough motivation for me to sit up straight once more. There we go, doing that. See, harassment for the tower continues coming. They're trying to give Noya a bit of time to farm, but he can't get it, and he's gonna get Vortex, and he is maybe even gonna get Ravaged, because it might be worth it to just use that. They don't even need to. Noya's just gonna do something, trying to pick up StarLadder. He still gets an entangle, but doesn't get the kill and goes down instead. In the meantime, though, at least they get the tier 1 tower instead of that one. There's no denying from Dread. Shackle, nice one, but he can't go in on that. But it's still nice, just showing that he can. It's still pretty nice. 4 heroes on the top lane. I mean, normally when you see 4 heroes on one lane, it just means that they're trying to free up a different lane for the 5th member. But 3D Clan, they just made use of those 4 heroes not being around their Lone Druid, and Lone Druid got picked off, and might even be meaning a tower here going down as well. They might not have the pushing power that 3D Max has, but they're gonna try. Oh, Hesajo looking for the shackle, gets it! Whoa, that should have been legend to the bed, right, I think. But StarLadder still getting it. Ravage being used, trying to get himself away. Will it be enough? His Storm Spirit is going to be able to ball letting himself out of there. Vacuum's going to TP, or cancel the TP, and Hesajo picks up the kill. So at least they get something in return for that. Tower still gets picked up by the Siege Crypt, so not even getting denied. And that's going to be a good one for 3D Clan.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This is going to see Medved having his armlet completed. His gold is slightly but surely ticking up a bit, especially also with the tower going down, of course, but he is still very far behind on the Lone Druid, and is actually on the same level on the farm as the one that he was farming up against, Crit, who's got himself a mechanism and building towards the pipe. But Lone Druid, he is just pulling up ahead. What is he doing with his gold? He's so far not spending it. 2600 gold in his inventory, and it's climbing, of course, because of that Hand of Midas. That is something that, of course, 3D doesn't have. We did see Batrider with the Blink Dagger already, and we are going to be seeing a mechanism up on a Tidehunter by the looks of it. Storm is going to be building towards an Orchid to be able to pick off everybody that he wants to pick off, and it's going to be a tower that's going to be getting some harassment. Batrider, though, looking for a pick off, looking for a blink in. Where's he going to go? Who's he going to find? I don't think he can find anybody. That's never mind. Flame Break helping out. Hesajo, no TP for you. Getting surged up though. Wind Runaway as well. Can she be fast enough? I think she can. And the team of 3D Clan not being fast enough to catch out Hesajo Rotten. But maybe they can still find someone. They're still looking for someone. Blink forward. Baller. Pops his Nature's Attendance. Gonna be helped out. There's another surge. Power shot to go through as well. Ball lightning in all the way. Hello, Medved. No more mana up on StarLadder though. It's gonna be Bullet that still got picked off, but that's only one. And they used a lot for that one. A long chase, and in the meantime, Lone Druid just free farming on the top lane. That's 5 heroes for 3D Clan on the bottom lane to pick off 1 Enchantress. And Lone Druid is just going to make his way towards the enemy jungle by the looks of it. 3200 gold in his pocket. And Roshan might be taken down soon as well. He's still standing. And Lone Druid is long gone. Long gone. Nice stack. And that's basically the thing that 3D Max wants to be doing. They want to just continue to avoid fights and just bait out rotations from 3D Clan to make sure that their Lone Druid can continue to farm until that Lone Druid is ready to join the fights. That's gonna be the way that they wanna have it. Shackle, latches, the Alienator, the power shot. No, not gonna happen. It's actually already used, and that's gonna be a Iron Shell stolen this time. As Rubik has picked himself up a Gem of True Sight. So that's gonna be giving them some more map control. And basically they need map control. They've got a big pickup lineup. And to pick up heroes, they need map control. And that's definitely true. So they're gonna try to go that route. They need to though. Like they have got Storm Spirit Lifestealer. Tested and tried lineup by all the teams, so why not work for the 3D clan as well, right? And they've even got a Ravage. I'm actually banking a bit for the Tidehunter to win games, because then Tidehunter gets picked up more often. He makes for fun games. Ravages. Makes for big team fights. Team fights are good. Solo, gonna be able to get himself away. And hey, surprise, Lone Druid is farming. And he's got himself the relic, so we'll be going for the Radiance still. The old-fashioned lineup. Master Joe picks himself up a Blink Dagger. Not even a Force Staff like we see normally Windrunners go for, but a Blink Dagger, as that's the Lone Druid going down. And that's why you should have always 4 heroes trying to distract your opponent team so that your Lone Druid can farm. But if you're not doing that, then that's gonna happen. And that's gonna be the power shot being stolen, and then he's just gonna return it so that there's not gonna be a push, and they're actually gonna try to fight this. Solo has got a lasso still, has got a Blink Dagger as well. It's already being having put on cooldown. Hester Joe has got a blink as well, might try to blink in, try to go for a shackle. Gets flame breaked instead. He can't get any opening. And the Medved just rotating. Already picking up one Windthrow, probably going for a Desolator. Tidehunter picked up the mech. Almost. Just needs the recipe actually. It's gonna be the pipe almost also complete. Just needs the Ring of Health and the recipe. With 1200 gold to go. One Orchid complete up on, or sorry, one Oblivion Staff completed up on the Storm. Might see the second one being completed fairly soon as well. It's got 1600 gold. Rotation comes in for 3D Max, so they this time want to try to defend their team. There is of course a Dire Ward here, so 3D Clan, they know where everybody is, and unless they want to go really for a team fight with the Ravage there, then they're not going to go in, and actually they want to go for that. They jump themselves in. It's going to be Hayek, that's going to be the first target. Hello Hayek, and bye Hayek. Infest being helped out with that one. And Bear, run, Gets an entangle from Medved, important. Lasso, picks up crit. Power shot, that's gonna be 2 down. Shackle still hits. Buller now getting open wounded. Why is everybody still hanging around here? 3D Max, they are gonna lose this fight, I think. Buller's still alive, but goes down right now. TP out from Loya is able to do that at least. And Hester Joe able to be safe as well, but 3 people just picked off. And I think it could have only been 1, and then they would have been okay as well. Looks like they're gonna lose a tier 2 because of that as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Power shot, Shadow Poison. Do they have something? They don't have that big team fight, so if they're gonna try to go in on it, they better be ready to take down or to see a Ravage. Blink in, ball in. Hester Joe, disruption helping out save his life. Hayek being forced back by the flame break. Hester Joe blinking himself out of that place. Solo gonna get slowed down, vacuum back, impetus, and that's a kill.
Dire's top tower is
And now it's gonna be 3D Clan. Selena totally out of mana. Can they catch him is the question. Shadow Poison trying to get up some vision. Surge up for crit. He doesn't have a vacuum or anything like that though. But he might be able, with a drum charge, they might be able to get this. Selena is not as fast. He doesn't have the drum. And there is a shackle. Nice blink, Hester Joe. And that is a kill. Enchantress picking it up.
You okay?
In the meantime, on the top lane, we have an entangled Lone Druid here once again. Locked in between 2, and he is gonna go down once again. What's he doing all the time by himself? Infest coming out of there as well. Power shot to help out, and Dread indeed with the power shot picking up the kill. We see Lone Druid getting picked up very often. Does he have his Radiance complete now? I actually can check because the bear is dead. The bear will be able to get resummoned though. That's something that 3D Clan is not really getting done. At least, you know, killing off the bear, making him resummon it, and then kill him off again, and then, you know, bear is gonna be not resummonable. That kind of means that all the farm that was on the Lone Druid is all gone. In the meantime, it is Medved that's actually able to pull even now with the Lone Druid on farm, and that's all got to do with Medved not being picked off, Lone Druid being picked off. He's only got 1 death to his name, And Lone Druid now got 4. 5 even. No, 5. And Desolator already up on Medved as well. And 3D Clan, they're slightly, slowly but steadily pushing, pulling ahead. They have got the gold back in around the 0 line. 3D Max still 1k ahead, but that basically means nothing at all. Especially not considering that 3D Max is actually one tower ahead. So that's basically gonna be putting the gold slightly in favor of 3D Clan if you take that into account. We have got the experience graph go in the favor of 3D Max. They have been picking up the later kills. Later kills mean more experience, so that is just the reason why. As there is a smoke up by the Storm and Dread. Just need to find someone to pick off. They have got a Gem of True Sight now, or still also. Didn't they? Yeah, they did. Dread had that one. We already saw that one, of course. It's gonna be the tier 1 tower that's gonna be going down. That's gonna actually be 2 towers in favor of 3D Max even. So that's even more gold still left to pick off for 3D Clan. Lone Druid continue to farm. Still not having his Radiance, taking quite a long time. He can pick up the recipe right now if he wants to. In the meantime, it is Crit that's gonna get Vortex, gonna get Infest damage, gonna put up the ball, and it's gonna go down. Is it gonna be Impetus? Is StarLadder actually gonna go down? He actually will. Yes, he will. In the meantime, it is the Lifesaver that was able to TP out of there, so that's what he got done. And Storm Spirit actually, dying is not really that good. Tidehunter picking up the tier 1 tower mid, so they did get something in return for that one. Well, they of course got a trade to begin with, and they're gonna go for the Lone Druid again, but this time he's gonna be away in time, and he TP's back towards the middle lane. Gonna be finding Joe and Hayek there to help out, should someone go on there. And Solo's gonna try to find someone, but he can't. He just cannot. Annoying. Finally having the Radiance, but it's 24-minute Radiance, not that bad to be fair, but it's still, it's yeah. I think it could have been better because he got picked up a couple of times that he shouldn't have been picked up. And Medved now pulling ahead for sure on the gold graph, even without a Hand of Midas, he's able to do that just because of that Lone Druid getting picked off.
Tower is under attack.
In the meantime, Joe. Well, I'm hoping he's not gonna go for Dagon. I'm actually hoping he's going for 4-star, but we'll see. We'll see what he's gonna go for. We'll know soon enough, I hope. That's what the deal is with that Null Talisman. Push on the top lane. Looked like with that Radiance, they're deciding, you know what, we're ready to fight. We're okay to take a Ravage. We have got the mech and the pipe, so they are ready for that. And they have to be, because here comes 3D Clan. Dread hasn't got anything stolen at the moment, so we'll be stealing it later. Infest on the Storm Spirit is there again. Bear looking for some entangles, perhaps. Burning down with the Radiance on the Tide. Looking for that entangle on StarLadder. Is there gonna be a shackle? No, there's not. At least doesn't latch. Power Stop still has it. There goes the Ravage and Infest. Crit. It's already going down. Cannot be in this fight anymore. Flame Break going through. Joe looking for a way out. Has to stand back and shackle stuff. Can't do it. Buller getting healed. Hayek. Demonic Purge up on the Tide, and they're gonna try to turn it around. Is there gonna be an entangle? No, there's not. Doesn't need to be. He just still goes down. Entangle on Medved instead, and that's gonna be a big one. Bear gets picked up though. Is there gonna be a resummon? Yes, there is. Disruption trying to help out. He will be going down though. Hayek is gonna be picked off there, as there's no new bear. He doesn't want to summon it just in case he goes down. 3 dead on the set of 3D Max. It is not the fight they wanted to have. It is still the enchantment that goes down. It is 4 down on the side of 3D Max. With only the Tide going down on the side of 3D Clan. They were the ones that were waiting to have that fight going, and they were not even the ones that had to initiate that. They could just take it. 3D Max were looking for it. Well, they found it. I don't think they're going to be happy with finding it though. 2800 gold now on the side of Medved, and that's going to be 3D Clan pushing ahead, not just on the gold, but also on the experience for sure. As we have got about 10k, I would say, in experience going their way right now. And the main difference is that the support still. The Windrunner, sorry, the Enchantress and Hayek on the Shadow Demon, they're still very low. Level 9 and level 11 when the supports of 3D Clan are level 12, and actually we can call, I guess, solo the support level 13, because Tide was on the low lane there. So they're gonna need a lot more farm than Lone Druid to be able to do this and to be able to survive, and I think they know that right now as well. So we're gonna just continue seeing these two teams just farming up, just trying to do what they can, and It's gonna be the waiting game, because I'm not sure. I don't think 3D Clan wants to initiate themselves unless they know for a fact where everybody is, and they have been trying to know that because they have of course got that ward coverage going for them. They know exactly what's going on. But teamfight for themselves, I mean, I think they're happy with just waiting until 3D Max comes again, with just having Medved farming a bit, but we'll see if they're gonna be content for that for a very long time. Blink Dagger now also up on Dread, as we have got Windrunner not buying anything just yet. Of course, he just died. It's not good. And we still don't know if it's gonna be a oh, Blink, Shackle, Power Shot. Here comes the bear, looking for that entangle. First and entangle, of course it does. Firefly is not gonna be helping him anymore, and he's gonna go down. StarLadder coming in, but is forced to ball lighting himself out of that place again, unless he's getting an entangle. But he can't. The pipe is up. Demonic Purge, Medved. It's not gonna get anything done with it though. And it looks like 3D Max is the one that has to back off again, because there is a Ravage just standing around, and this time he has a Blink Dagger. In Infest on StarLadder, they want to go for this. They really want to go for this. Even with the bat on the sideline. And 3D Max, they realize they're not in the advantage right here, so they back off. Good choice. Maybe they still want to go though. They smoke up. Yeah, they still want to go. They still want to fight this. They still want to look for something to happen. Let's see what they can find. They have got the ward coverage, like I said. Ball lightning and hello Buller is gonna be the first one to go down, or is he? Pops his nature to tendons. Is it gonna be enough? Mechanism up bounce. It's well deserved. Anchor smash not gonna hit. Gosh, doesn't matter. And it's gonna be Hayek that goes down. Vacuum back in, but no wall. Shackle also. Oh, actually latches. StarLadder. There's the wall, and that's gonna be StarLadder. Ravage helping him out. Buller this time not able to stay alive. This time he goes down. Now Crit in the last two goes down as well. 3 on the sidelines for 3D Max. And the Shackle doesn't latch on Solo, unfortunately. Is there going to be an entangle? That's what he needs. But the bear, he has to run back because he can't die right now. Or shouldn't die, I think. Everybody of 3D Max, 3D Clan still alive. But 2 down on the side of 3D Max. Or up still. Wow. English, hard. 3D Max, once again, not winning a fight. Not getting anything in return for this encounter. And 3D Clan are going to be very happy with this. And they can actually take down Roshan right now. Because I don't think they're going to be worried about anything to happen to them with the state that 3D Max is in right now. See, making issues with the 3D Max and 3D Clan kind of thing. It's troublesome. It's troublesome. It's confusing. I hope it's not confusing you. 3D Max, 3D Clan. One team has a tight hunter, the other team doesn't. Basically, it's a quick They're gonna be too late with trying to contest it. They are all 5 in the mid lane though. Knowing that they don't have a Ravage up on the other side might be giving a bit of a chance for 3D Max to go in, but I'm not really sure because at this point they're just so far behind that I don't really think that 3D Max can really do anything right now. But they think they can, so let's just hope it for them. Hyperstone up on the bear. Hanging around mid. Sitting and waiting. And they are going to be able to pull this off. They should be able to pick up the tower. Probably. 40 seconds for Ravage. Telekinesis helping out. There goes the Infest. Who are they going to go for? So far, tower still standing. And they actually back off. Never mind that. Or will they continue going is the question. How far did I feel ahead? StarLadder though. He's looking for it. Looking for a way in. Ball lightning in. Goes for Crit. Silence him up. Here comes Solo. Looking for a last two. Finds it up on Noya. It's gonna be Crit that goes down first. Demonic Purge to StarLadder. But he vortexes. Has to Joe. No Shackle to help out in the fight. Medved still gets put up in an entangle. Noya's still alive. Last two not doing enough damage. Tidehunter being picked up on the sideline by Enchantress. That Shackle doesn't latch either. But it does slow down the lone druid. Or just slow down the lifestealer. But at least he picked up the bear, so that's something. The bear can still be resummoned. Hayek gonna be putting a disruption up on Solo, but he's still gonna go down. Telekinesis there as well with StarLadder ball lightning in nice Shackle, but just a power shot is all he can do and just force them back. Again, 2 heroes on the sideline for 3D Max and only 1 down on the side of 3D Clan. And that's again 3D Clan pulling up ahead after a team fight, and they are not getting anything in return of it. Not a Roshan this time, no tower. No nothing, but it is still a fight going their way, even though they dropped a Tidehunter. It doesn't really matter for them. I think they are going to be pretty happy with the way things are going. On a side note, we do see Lone Druid pulling up on his farm again. Never mind, that was just something in the courier for Medved. It is the Assault Grass that's ready for the Lifestealer right now. Solo and his farm. I mean, he's probably going for, well, actually, never mind that. He is going for two different things right now, because this together doesn't really make anything, so... I was kind of thinking Assault Grass as well, but then there is a Javelin, so, yeah, Basher still, perhaps, could be the case. Basher up against the Lifestealer is, of course, I mean, that's the thing that you can do, that it goes through his rage, so you can get that up, if you want to. And the kill score difference is only 8 difference, it's not even that much. Batrider going for a BKB, we have got a Tide, not really going for anything just yet. Solo, after his blink, doesn't really get anything just yet. Smoke up for a 3D max. And we do have a 4-staff. Phew! Thank you for not making a Dagon with those. Enchantress, I think she's still building towards her Aghanims. And they're gonna be using the Lone Druid as bait once more. Gonna be having 4 heroes sitting behind Noya on the smoke. And we have got StarLadder thinking he's gonna find people mid. But he won't. He won't.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
There goes the tower, but they have to TP back. Let's see if they're gonna be able to do that. Tower goes down.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Crit, bit too far in, and there's the lasso, and the vortex, and the shutdown. Crit, mechanism, and pipe helps him stay alive for a very long time, but he still goes down. Hayek is gonna get picked up on the sidelines as well, puts himself in a disruption to delay his execution, but execution it shall be. And the bear goes down once more. Is there a resummon? Yes, there is again a resummon, but the bear still dies. That's a big thing. If he dies again, that's not going to be good. Still, a Ravage is not even being used, so they think they can still go in. 3 versus 5 should be able to do this. Need to wait for a creep wave. And are they going to be able to go in? Are they going to be able to force out maybe a buyback or two? And there is no buyback up on the Darkseer, and there's no buyback up on the... Oh, there is actually buyback up on the Shadow Demon, but... oh, nice Shackle. Looking for that Entangle. Gets a first hit Entangle. Nice job, but... I mean, he doesn't want to do anything there anyway. He just wants to attack the tier 3. He just wants to go for the barracks next. And he's going to be able to take that down as well. Another Entangle needed. Ball lighting in. Ravage hits on all 3. As in the bear and his master. And it is Joe that dies. It is Lanoya that dies. It is Buller that is running for his life. Going to be hiding in his base. And I do think that this actually, with nobody dying apart from the Aegis off on the Lifestealer, who's going to be up again in a moment actually. Yeah, he should be able to get alive. Stay alive here actually. Rages, the Demonic Purge still gonna be there, trying to eat his way through this. Tower helping out. He can still arm the toggle. Team, where is thou? He jumps himself inside someone. No, he tried to, and then he died mid-flight. Buller still goes down though, and they're gonna try to go for revenge. Darkseer very low. Dredge is looking for a power shot, can't find it. Blinks himself out of that place and gonna go for the ranged barracks next. And there's still a Lifestealer being picked up, but that's 1 set of racks down. It's a worthy sacrifice, I'd say. And it was not even a sacrifice, it was just pure suicide. Fountain diving that. Firefly away for Solo. Crit though, thinking about following him. He really wants this haste rune though, that's gonna be it, yeah. And Crit knows it, so he backs off. I mean, even with the 4-staff there and the blink there for Solo, I don't think he could have gotten him. So he's just fine. And on Might is being used once more. I mean, he's got his Basher complete. But is he gonna be able to get some time to attack? Because this is just going downhill for 3D Max. It started off really good for them. It started off in their favor. Then all of a sudden, Lifestealer not being shut down enough, Storm Spirit getting that level 6 up, and then the Infest gang started, and then Noya went down a couple of times, shutting him down quite hard, and now it's already 12k gold in favor of 3D Max, and the experience graph is going to be towards the 25k in favor of 3D Clan, that is. 3D Max, 3D Clan, it's confusing. Telekinesis on the bear, Vortex on the bear, they really want the bear, they get the bear. There's no resummon this time, and that's all the farm of the lone druid and that bear. Bear, what you gonna do? Power shots upon power shots, power shotception. He just steals a new one. But no bear, that's painful, 50 seconds. The question is, do they know that? I think they do. They're gonna go in. Infested. They've got the Blinken and the Ravage. They want to go for it. +2 on the creep. Doesn't matter. It is gonna be a Blinken and a Ravage anyway. Vortex up on Hayek. Already goes down. Crit already goes down as well. Noya cannot do anything because he doesn't have a bear. And it's gonna be an unstoppable Storm Spirit as he picks up the enchantment and the GG well played goes out. And it's gonna be a tier 3 regardless. And it's gonna be 3D Clan who are gonna be pulling up ahead. And that's gonna be bad news for 3D Max. They really have to win some games if they still want to make it to stay in Star Series and not go to the Pro Series, because of course the bottom 2 of Star Series you get dropped down to Pro Series. If you are on the number 13 or 14th place, or 2 higher up on that, then you still will be having to play regulation matches. So the bottom 4, I guess. Hayek just died, bought back, died again before his bought back icon disappeared. Yeah, that's sad. That's gonna be 3D Clan taking the victory, taking the 3 points. They might not be going to Kiev, but they're also not going to the Pro Series, as Medved is just enjoying his time in the enemy fountain. We're just waiting until everybody disconnects or they actually kill off the throne, as they are bashing on the throne right now. So that will be happening very shortly. We'll be having one more game. It's gonna be a DD versus Absolute Legends. Yeah, okay, I said it correct. DD versus Absolute Legends is gonna come up next. StarLadder Star Series day number 21. It is gonna be the last game of the day. It's gonna be 6 matches today, and it would be number 6. So stick around for the next game. Don't go anywhere. And I might be joined by Fogged again, but we'll see in a moment. Oh yeah. So check out my website SheeverGaming.com, because it's all new and shiny and big and epic. And Dred just sold all his items because he could. And we're gonna have a shout out to my sister, because she helped me a lot with that. So shout out to her. Shout out for Tigerish all day. Yay! My god, that rhymes. Woohoo! Next game coming up. Stick around.